What is up, everybody? It's your boy back with another episode of the Mental Health Podcast, live on YouTube and Facebook. We're just waiting on our guest. I am flying solo tonight. Zip unfortunately couldn't make it, but we shall keep pushing. That's what we do. Gonna kind of get everything set up and ready here. Gotta have the Red Bull. So there we go. So just to kind of, you know, do what we normally do and kind of, do our weekly little check-in here. Um, this past this past week has been challenging to say the least. Um, between financial issues and car issues, it's been it's been a hell of a ride, but that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about that kind of stuff and kind of see about moving on from it. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I feel like I have nothing to say. I'm kind of overwhelmed, and yeah, it's been tough. I was this past weekend spent 16 hours working on my fiance's car just to get it all put back together and have it run like absolute dog shit. So I was very, very close to a very extreme crash out, and obviously I'm glad I didn't, but like it was fucking coming. Thanks to the to the few people that talked me off that ledge, because I was on the verge of going back out there to tear the whole fucking thing apart back again and see what the goddamn problem was. But oof, leaning on my formal automotive education, I'm kind of leaning well, formal education and good friends that know a lot about engines. I'm less thinking that it's timing related and more thinking that it's just a giant ass vacuum leak that needs to be discovered. So that's tomorrow's project. Decided to take a night off to mentally prepare myself to be here and get this going. Where's our buddy Meech, man? Oh, Meech. Where you at, good buddy? Anyways, so I see we got some viewers, man. Tap in. What's going on? Talk to me in the comments. Like, how was everybody's weekend? What did everybody get into? How's everybody feeling mentally? Like, let's get this going, shall we? H, can you hear me? H, can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm gonna call him real quick. Oh shit, he's using his phone. Damn it. Yo, I can't hear you. Unmute your mic. Oh no. Technical issues. We're getting there. Every every week it's something, man. It's something. It's fun. We're making it work. We're rolling with the punches.
Yo,
Oh, there he is.
what up?
What is up? You can see me, you can hear me, everything's good.
I can see you, I can hear you. Well, I think when you tried to call me, it also threw off my webcam, so it all just started like going haywire.
Gotcha. Yeah, we couldn't. I
Um,
couldn't hear you. I didn't know if you could see us. Like I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, well, let me try to give this dude a call. And then I forgot that you're on the. You're. Yeah. So my
no, you're
bad. But
good. You're good. You're good.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, man, dude. It's been a few episodes. We've been trying to, our schedules quite haven't quite aligned, but we are very glad that you could make it today. How was your weekend? What's going on?
Weekend was good, man. I was busy working, but I'm glad that we were finally able to make the time to actually sit it down and chop it up.
Oh, absolutely. And for the viewers, Meech, I mean, we're in the infancy of this podcast, right? You know what I mean? Like we're I mean, for fuck's sake, I'm doing this in my kitchen. Um, Eventually we won't, and we'll have more cameras and we'll be able to do more. And once we're able to hit that point, Meech is actually going to do a lot of our producing remotely, switching back and forth between cameras and doing all that stuff. Kind of I mean, give the people a little insight of what it is that you actually do, because I think it's pretty dope. But that's just me.
So, by day, I am a para educator. I work for Bristol Public Schools. And then by night, I do videography, photography, and then video boards at the People's Bank Arena in Hartford. Um, I do a lot of freelance camera work and whatnot, and then a little bit of writing in my spare time.
Hell yeah, writing isn't like poetry or like music.
Like sketch comedy and
Oh,
just
so like screenplays type shit.
yes, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Now, I mean that kind of segues into like what we were going to get talking about. So is that like a thing that you do to kind of quiet what goes on in your head, or like do you use art as like a coping mechanism for like any of the mental health issues that you suffer from?
Yeah, absolutely. If you remember, like back in school, I played a lot of piano, a lot of music. That was kind of like my outlet to kind of express myself and kind of where I found like my real voice and what I really like to do.
Absolutely.
And I feel like even though I've kind of transitioned out of music, writing helps fill that gap. I mean, I kind of started with journaling a bit, and then it kind of just evolved into like, oh, I don't know really what else to write about how I feel. Let me just start writing my ideas down, and it kind of just grew from there.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I mean, obviously, as you know, so we go way back. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking like sixth grade, no, seventh grade, sixth grade, seventh grade.
Seventh grade, yeah, man.
Yeah.
12 years old.
Yeah. And
13,
I'm
Jesus.
32 now, and
Yep, same. 32, Jesus.
20 years, man.
God damn, we're old, man.
20 fucking years. But like, you know as well as a lot of people do, that I did music for a little while. I lived that dream. I did
Father Troy.
shows. Yeah. Yeah, Father Troy. Um, I lived that life. I did that for a little bit, and it was super cool, you know what I mean? Um, and then I got back into photography and like forced myself to like learn how to use my camera. And once I did, it just took off. And like, on days where I'm feeling shitty, I'll like go out and do some street photography, or I mean, hell, stuff around the property, you know what I mean? It's become such a huge outlet. And then I also get paid to do photography, you know what I mean? So like it's a really nice outlet. I'm just not as good at music as I wanted to be.
You know what, man? At least you're able to be like, you know what? I still want to be around this. It's not for me to be in the forefront, but you pass the torch like pretty smoothly. You know what I mean? Like you still give your flowers where they're due, and you still try to push other people, even though you know that it wasn't going to potentially work for you, and that takes a lot of balls.
Oh yeah. I mean, one thing you'll never find me doing is like closet hating on the next man, you know what I mean? This shit is a struggle, you know what I mean? If we can find an outlet, if we can find a way to work through the shittiness that is like this our current society, um, you know what I mean? I encourage it all. Like hell, I mean, I know photographers who have like started out after me, and like I'll tag them in posts, I'll tag them in, you know what I mean? Like I will never be that guy. I'll never be the one to sit there and like, try to talk down on somebody that's trying to do better for themselves. That's just it's not me, you know. Oh, we can't hear you. I got nothing.
Check, check, check.
Hey, there he is. He's back.
All right, there it is. All right. Yeah, no, absolutely. There's plenty of room at the table, and there's a spot for everyone. I feel like people think that just because we're in the same field, that it's like, oh, I'm gonna take your clients, you're gonna take my clients, and at
Right.
the end of the day, it's they're gonna choose who they want to go with, regardless. You know what I mean? Like, if they
Absolutely.
like your style, they're gonna go with your style. If they like my style, they're gonna go with my style. But at
Yep.
the end of the day, like, there's gonna be someone for everyone,
Yep.
and if we can all learn from each other, why not? You know, there's no reason why. And plus, the availability, like, we can only have so much bandwidth. You know what I
Right.
mean? I can
Yeah.
only do
No.
so much. You can only do so much, and that's when collaboration comes into play, or having like a good network of people around you. It's like, oh, I'm busy that day, but I know the fucking guy. Troy is that guy. Meech
Right.
is that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it helps
Absolutely.
build, because at the end of the day, we all can't be everywhere.
I mean, that's it. And like that's why I'm never one to like I'll never diss on somebody's craft. I'll never diss on somebody's art. I'll never diss, you know what I mean? Like that took time for you to procure that. That took time for
Mm-hmm.
you to make that happen. And like that's, that's on you. And like there's an ass for every seat, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of money to be made. There's plenty of people that we can all work with. And like you said, collaborating or like just referring to like, other people that would take the same amount of care of that client that you would in that situation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's there's only so much we can do as people,
Yep.
and like I said, it's people think it's this dog eat dog world out there, and really, I go around and I try to just surround myself with people who want to help me and I want to help them. And it's that simple. It doesn't have to be a competitive thing every time if you don't want it to be. You just got to surround yourself with the right people
Right.
that want to lift you up and you lift them up.
Right. I tread lightly around the people that I can't share my success with. You know what I mean? That I can't talk about these good things without some kind of like, side fucking out of the side of their neck comment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and now, I mean, my circle is like Cheerio sized at this point, but like I know the people in it, and I know the people that are in it are gonna, you know, take care of me when, you know what I mean. They're gonna like defend me in rooms that I'm spoken about that I'm not in. You know
Of
what I
course.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's that's I just it's the way that I learned. That's just the best. I went from having hundreds of fucking friends, and then come to find out 98 of them are fucking snakes. You know what I mean?
And it go for me. A lot of it was people pleasing. I like to feel. I felt validation in helping people out, so
Right.
it always became helping the wrong people out, and
Yep.
then you get taken advantage of. You can't say no, and then that burns you out, and then in turn it fucks up everyone else around you, because now they got to deal with that stress that you're holding in too. You know, I don't know. It it's a lot.
I get no, I definitely get what you're saying, and Kelly, that quality is
Oh
better than
yeah.
quantity. Absolutely, you know what I mean. It's. I would rather have, what is it? What's the saying? I'd rather have
Four quarters
four
than
quarters
10
than a
dimes.
100 pennies. Yeah, like
Yep.
nah, I'm all set. It's not about how many people surround me. It's about whether those people will go to battle for me and with me. You know what I mean? And and
Mhm.
and people and those people will also double as those that are going to help your mental health. You know what I mean? Those are the people that you can confide in. Those are the people that you can talk to. Those are the people that you can have these conversations with, and
Mhm.
and really not feel judged. You know?
That's a big thing, especially with the men, and surrounding yourself with the right men,
Yep.
because I mean, if you grow up in the wrong time, like, toxic masculinity is the biggest fucking
Yeah.
fuck you that you can find. You know what I mean? It's gonna hurt you more than it can help you. especially at our young old age. Uh,
Yeah, no kidding.
you kind of realize that you don't have to do everything alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a relieving feeling after, like, years and years and years of not being able to feel that, you know what I mean? Because, like, alright, so that, we're just gonna get right in. What mental health struggles have you dealt with, like, personally? Because I mean, I know them, but, like, I wanna fill everybody
Mm.
else in. If whatever you're comfortable sharing, obviously, I just wanna get them familiar.
Yeah, so this goes back a few years. Probably I want to say it was like right before 2020.
Yep.
Things were kind of like going pretty poorly mentally for me, and then uh 2020 hit, it did its thing. I lost my job at ESPN. Um and that kind of wiped out a good majority of my income. My wife and I
Mhm.
were saving for a house.
Yep.
Like we were trying to make grown up moves at the time, and then it just kind of ruined all the plans. No sports were going on, so I had no purpose to be working at ESPN. So they let all their contractors go, and unfortunately, I was part of that layoff. I mean,
Yep.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? From a business aspect, I get that there's no sports, so why have a bunch of freelancers on for sports? You know,
Right.
um,
No, I get that.
and things kind of just spiraled from there. I really just didn't take care of my body. I wasn't taking care of anything really. I was eating a fuck ton and just out of control. I got up to about 350 pounds,
Yep.
and I realized it was a slow way of killing myself.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yep.
It was uh, just a really slow burn, and I it was a I realized that I I couldn't. There were way bigger problems than I had. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it took a lot to realize that. And my good friend Drew Cost, he was working a freelance game with me. I'm gonna say 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
He was doing some cables for a football game, and he is probably the most extroverted introvert I've ever met in my life. He
Yeah.
loves to learn about people,
Yeah.
but he's a very shy person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But he will ask you all the questions in the world and make you feel comfortable. And he turned out to be wanting to learn about camera work, and he was a boxing coach. He did fitness boxing at a gym nearby, and
Oh, no shit.
he convinced me to come try out a class, and uh, that atmosphere kind of just was so welcoming. I remember the day that I started, my anxiety was spiked. My heart was pounding, and I was terrified to go into it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just to get started. Um, I thought admitting that I needed help was going to be enough to fix all the problems. You know what I mean? But when it came down to actually make some action and take make moves, I was scared shitless, and
Yeah.
uh, he was probably the pillar of support that I needed. You know what I mean? Like we all have family, and family's great. My family is a little more brutal with each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? We like to roast each other, and that's good to build thick skin. But sometimes we need like a little bit of a nurturing hand. You know what I mean? Like we're
Absolutely.
we're we're all human. We're all human. We all have that soft side,
Yep.
and whether we want to admit it or not, it's what makes us all human. We all have it. We're just some of us just choose to hide it or bury it. Um, but I didn't know I could see the chat down here too. That's sick. Sorry, my ADD just fucking rang off.
No, no, dude, I'm
Spoiler.
telling you, this shit is pretty cool. It's it's super dope. Like, you can see everything there. And then like once you log in remotely, like looking at it on a computer screen is like is super crazy. You can it's super dope. One of these days you'll have to come down live and we'll have
Oh
you
yeah,
live
absolutely. Yeah,
and
absolutely. I'll definitely
and
make the trip.
yeah. But anyways, that's ADHD.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, right. As you were saying, I don't remember the train of
No, yeah.
thought you
So
had.
I had a my friend Drew was a really big part of the
Yes.
building the
Yeah, yeah.
foundation that I needed to make the right steps into finding who I was again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've always been heavier, but I was never that fucking heavy, and um, it was just there was a point where I realized I was doing it because I was too chicken shit to, you know what I mean? Like actually do something about ending my life. It was
Yeah.
just, I was like, you know what? I'll just eat like shit, whatever. I'm happy because I'm full or whatever bullshit I was feeding
Right.
myself, literally and figuratively. Um, and it just got to a point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I uh, I realized that I I growing up I had both parents. Um, I had a great father, great mother, but what would I like? What kind of man would I be if I had my son grow up without a dad? You know,
Right.
I would be
That's
a
and
piece of
that's
shit.
and that's huge, you know what I mean? Like that's we cuz like I mean on some real shit with you, like if it wasn't for my kids, like I don't think I would have made it as far as I have, you know what I mean? Cuz like I can't leave I first of all, I can't have my kids call somebody else, you know what I mean? Dad, that's just not me.
Mm.
And I couldn't imagine leaving like I couldn't imagine leaving Haley in that situation, you know what I mean? Or like I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine like that blame and that self-hatred of that they would grow up with would be like no, it's heartbreaking. I can't even, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
wondering why they weren't good enough for me to stay around or you know what I mean? Or that's that I can't do that. So like I faced my shit head on and figured it the fuck out, you know what I mean? And
Hmm. I
we're
put myself in his shoes, man, and I was like, damn, when I was his age, I at least had a fucking dad. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I can't take that away from him. I I
No.
I I I, I don't have it in me to do that.
No. And that's the difference between somebody who has that willpower versus those that, that don't and end up thinking that that's the only way out because, they have no family left to turn to. Like there's I mean, obviously there's extenuating circumstances to every situation, but like, there's a difference between people and I try to surround myself with ones that are like you know what I mean? And I'm very glad that you're still here. I'm very glad that you didn't do that. You're a phenomenal father. I see what you're doing. You're a hard worker. Watching you grow, like watching us grow together over the years has been a humbling experience and it's been great and I'm very glad that we've kept in contact and remained as
I
close as we
agree,
have.
man. I agree, man. I agree. It's also good to see people that I love and give a shit about also doing good things. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I'm god awful at reaching out to people. I uh, I will forget to text you. I will bombard you with 60 memes at a time, uh, and then neglect you for 3 days. But I'm paying attention to what you guys are doing, and I still love you all. I just suck at, you know
Listen,
what I mean?
it's
Like I suck at the
life
middle part.
life be life and I get it.
Exactly.
Life do be life and but like it's I don't know. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the achievements that you've made and everything that you've done and you so if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, you were actually going to do the same thing that we're doing here a couple years back, no?
Yeah, it was probably a year and a half back. Um, my buddy Drew and I, he is very good at the podcasting, interviewing style, and
Yeah,
everything. He would be a great guest to have on at some point as well for you. We can talk about that after, but um, it was going to be a podcast with him because he's also a big advocate for men's mental health,
yeah,
um, seeking therapy. Uh, it's okay to not be okay type of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
we were talking about starting a podcast called Men Talk Health, and it was going to be a play on mental health and then men talking health, and we were going to combine the aspects of fitness, mental health, and then also like spiritual health because he was a very um, he's very dedicated to God and the Bible and the Scripture
Right.
um, and I'm not so much, uh, but I'm trying to be. So it was gonna be a cool project. But dude, like you said, life be life and timing
Yeah,
and scheduling
yeah,
and trying to keep the boat afloat like at home. It's hard. It takes a lot of work, but it's work that has to get done, even if it's shitty work.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. You know, it's funny when I reached out to you with the idea, um, and you hit me with that. I was like, "Yo, there's no way that this guy can't be involved with this," because like, there, you know what I mean? Like, he's this is we're on the same literal same fucking page here. So I was like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm more than glad, I'm more than honored to have you a part of this and doing this with us. You know what I mean? It's 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 really awesome. You know, living out in Old Lyme now. I'm not connected with the people that I once grew up with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not connected
Yeah,
with
of
all those people
course.
from school. So like, I think you're maybe one of three people, if I'm being honest, from school that like I still talk to, and I talk to you 100 times more than them. So like, it's nice. It's like a nice nostalgic piece of home. You know what I mean? Pause.
No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Um, but it's something that we all need, right? Like it we need that comforting feeling
Yeah.
and familiarity, and I feel like having someone like dude, I didn't even fucking realize I knew anyone for 20 years. I still feel like I'm 20 years old in the aspect of learning life, you know what I mean?
Dude, I know, right?
My back feels 50, but my
On
hairline is
a
also
good
60.
day.
Uh
Yo,
but
I just made the decision to like shave my head with a razor. Yeah,
it's life, baby. That's what it is, man. Bald, bearded, and beautiful. That's what we
yo,
are.
hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I made the decision. Like, I'm every 2 days or so, I'm like just hitting it with the razor in the shower.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not doing this shit because like everything else grows in real nice, and then this right here grows absolutely nothing. It's actually negative hairs. I'm losing it by the second. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, I was like, dude, I can't. If it grows out even the slightest, I look like a white panel van driver.
Bro, I if I I work with elementary school kids,
Yeah,
and if I let my shit grow for 2 days,
you're getting
I'm cooked.
questioned immediately.
I'm cooked. I'm cooked. They're gonna roast me the whole day, and I can't. I'm not. I can't deal with that for 8 hours. I'm
Yeah, no,
very
fuck
fragile.
that.
Kids are too honest, dude. Kids are too
So,
fucking honest.
yo, they are, dude. It's they're fucking brutal. They don't give a
And
shit.
I can't fight them,
He said
dude.
white
Like,
panel van driver is wild, dude. It's
yeah,
true.
that's
I
crazy.
look crazy if I don't shave my head. Like, when all right, so the day after Christmas, my grandma died, and for the 2 weeks leading up to that, I kind of just let myself go. You know what I mean? I flew out the night that I found out that she had 2 weeks left to live,
Hmm.
and when I came back, I was just like miserable. I was just like not doing all right. You know what I mean? And then it was just like a slow, agonizing wait for her to go.
Excuse
Salud.
me.
Um, it was just an agonizing wait for her to go, and then eventually she did the day after Christmas, and like I just kind of sunk and I let myself go, and I looked at myself in the mirror the other day, and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" Like last week, I had to wear a hat because it was that bad. I just, I couldn't take it.
That's day 2.5 for me, dude.
That's
I can't do it.
foul.
I look
That's
like a lollipop
crazy.
that fell behind the fucking couch if I let it go too long.
Yo, not the Rugrats lollipop.
Yo, Cynthia doll ass head. Yeah, bro.
Cynthia doll ass head. That's fucking crazy.
I
Yo,
I tr- I try not to be.
thank you, Jesus. I appreciate that, buddy. She was a really good woman. I'm glad though that I went down when I did because like she was cognizant and she was alert and like 2 days, 2 3 days after we left, I think is when she started like going down. So I was like, I got my time. I said she said she loved me. I love her. We got pictures. She's smiling. I'm very very thankful for that. And that was only because um an incredibly generous couple actually helped me book my flight because I just didn't have it. We're 2 weeks before Christmas. You know what I
Of
mean? It was,
course.
and I'm like, dude, this is fucking awful timing, shitty timing. And they helped me out, and I was able to get down there and see her. So like the that was super dope. But yeah, I let myself go, and I looked absolutely dangerous, dude. It was terrible, bro. Terrible.
Like I can't go outside with a Dunkin' coffee. People throw fucking change in my cup, dude.
Oh, for real, bro. And I'm supposed to manage a BMW parts department looking like that?
They're like,
Absolutely not,
that
yo.
guy's stealing. That guy's stealing.
Yeah. No, 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 he works here. Don't arrest the homeless man.
That dude owns the place. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy. But yeah, and then I don't know, I shave and then I feel better, you know what I mean? I feel, I don't know, more managerial type.
Like I get the ick off me, dude. Fuck it. Just
Yeah.
shave the head, call it a
Yep.
day, and I
Hmm.
let the beard grow out, and that's it. I
Absolutely.
save shit ton of money on haircuts too, so I can't
Yeah.
complain.
I
I
learned
do
I
miss I
learned
do miss fucking going to Joey, bro. I do miss going to Joey.
it's
Joey
funny. I
fucking
was I
no
was gonna bring
one
him up.
no one has ever fucking touched my beard and made it look as good as that guy. Pause. He's the Picasso of haircuts, bro, for
No,
real.
you are not. No, listen, you're not lying. So he's wow. Now that I think he's back when I had hair, I was going to Joey. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? When me and Haley started dating, like I was going to see Joey often. So like now every time it gets a little scraggly and I don't want to do it, she's like, just call Joey. And I'm like, I know I gotta go make an appointment. But I learned how to fade my shit myself. You know what I mean? So like you know what I mean? I go there when I need a barber shop moment.
I
You know what I
got
mean?
yeah. You know what? Yeah, I might have to. I might have to pamper myself one of these days.
Yo, hit him up, man. He's actually interested in coming on as a guest on the show, which
That'd
I
be
think
sweet.
will, dude. I think that'd be absolutely huge, especially just from being in Middletown. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
growing up with him and watching what he's gone through just as a as a business owner. I commend him, dude. He's really doing the damn thing. So like, super super proud of that guy. But
Oh yeah,
um,
dude. They've had what? He just had what? 10 years. A few years ago, I feel like he had his shop open for 10 years, like the anniversary or something like that.
yeah, yeah,
He's a staple in Middletown, bro. It's incredible.
yeah, and it's nice to see people from the high school actually doing something and succeeding, and he's absolutely killing it. I can't wait to have him as a guest on the show. I think that's going to be a fucking phenomenal episode. Um, we
Hmm.
might even have to go mobile for that one. Which in that case, you're going to have to meet us in Middletown.
Let's do it. Let's halfway. That's not a bad meetup spot. We'll do it. Main Street
Nah,
Middletown
and
for Old
in
Time's sake.
his yo for real, and his
MPD lobby. What's up, fellas? You remember? Nah, we were good, dude.
yo.
We were good
I
times.
mean, we were on the better side of bad, I suppose.
I mean, there was just some days where I was in the wrong neighborhood and a little too brown, but that's fine. That'll happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus, yeah, no, you ain't
Yeah.
lying.
Can't go down. I was like, I can't go down Grand Street in the summertime. I'm
Yeah,
fucking. I'm toast.
cooked. Absolutely cooked. Dude, yes, we've been through a lot. So what are you doing these days to like cope with, the daily struggles of life? Like I know we all have our little, vices here, like, and you have a quite the busy schedule. What how much of that is actually dedicated for your mental health, or does it all kind of?
I try to do things that all go hand in hand and can help me feel some sort of mental satisfaction a bit. Like working at the school. So hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. Before I started working at the school, I started doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu at Underdog MMA in West Hartford, and I'm 3 years into doing that right now.
Yeah,
And I want to say the mental battle that puts you through, it's it's a physical chess match. I think I would be the best way to call it.
yeah,
And it requires you to be very present. So that was the first step that I took to like shutting off my mind and
yeah,
learning that I can do that. It took a lot of time to try to like figure out what was going on and like
yeah,
what how my brain was responding to the situations that I was putting myself in.
yeah,
Um, but I recognized that it would translate into my life outside of the gym, and I guess what helped was that I was doing it first thing in the morning.
yeah.
So I had mornings off, so my schedule would be is I would take my wife to work, my son to school, and then go train for 3 hours, and
Damn.
I felt fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
And I was able to do the hardest part of my day first thing. You know what I mean? Everything else that I had to do after that was gonna be a piece of cake
right.
because it's not gonna be a fucking grown ass man trying to strangle me. You know
That
what I
no,
mean?
that's
Like
yeah, no, you
it,
make a valid point.
it's like all right, if I can get through that part of my day, then the
Yeah.
rest is gonna be cake. I can
Oh,
go home and
absolutely.
maybe fold that laundry. I can go home and fucking do those small little stupid tasks that I would be like I'll put off till later. It's like
Yeah.
no, I'll just get it all. I'll get it done right now. Like there's no reason to wait.
Yeah, no. It's waiting just compiles it all, and then it just becomes even more daunting, and then
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
about you, but then I start shutting down, and everything's just like we're not functioning because this is not no, we can't do this. There's too
I
much
deal
on it.
I deal with big time like executive dysfunction where it's like I have X, Y, and Z to do. I can't determine which one is more important, and then I just sit there for hours like trying to decide, and then the
Right.
whole day is gone, and then I'm like, well, fuck, I got nothing done. So tomorrow, I really
Right.
gotta decide what I gotta do. Um, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it comes down to prioritizing, really. You know,
How good have you gotten at that? Because I know I'm still not
at, at
prioritizing.
at prioritizing.
Yeah.
It's good to have a wife that tells you exactly what to do. Uh, she reminds me of what's priority.
Okay.
No, but really, like all bullshit aside, having a good partner, and people around me to keep me accountable helps me keep my priorities in check, and it really, yep.
Yeah, that's true. It it not only changes the situation itself, it changes how you react to it and how you move accordingly. You know what I mean? And I that's one thing that I learned as well. Lately is just being trying to be as present as I can be. I mean, I know, with everything, with all the stresses of everything else, it's never easy. It's always easier said than done. But like, um, I just try to make sure that I put all I can into it and make the best of it, and so the return is best for everybody. You know what I mean? And it's a very very true statement. Absolutely. Well,
Where I thought I saw a comment come up and I missed it.
yeah, I think there was a like blank comment from Jesus, but I don't know what it was.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Thought I was
I
trolling.
don't. Yeah, me too. I was looking at him like it's probably like a GIF or a sticker or something that we can't see here.
It's a middle finger emoji.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Shut
oh,
up.
brother, these guys stink.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, whatever. It is what it is. We can suck it up all we want.
I Something like that. But what's going on
Yo,
with you, man?
pause.
What do you
Oh,
have?
pause. Big pause, yo. Holy fuck, dude.
I was trying to skip by it. I was trying to ignore it.
Phil,
Uh,
Phil, I'll talk to you about that one at some point this week. I know you're gonna see it. um, you were saying?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. The train is off the tracks and then it crashed.
Oh, I think you asked. I don't know. You asked something. You asked me something
Oh,
about.
so what's going on with you? What's new with you, brother? I want to learn more about you too while we're here.
I just doing the day to day. You know what I mean? I work has been work. So I recently got put on Adderall for my ADHD,
Mm.
and it is a fucking game changer because I get so much more done. You know what I mean? And now I can prioritize and I can organize things by by importance. And we're working on getting our obsolescent inventory down and just getting those numbers back into the green. And I'm just making strategic moves to like just manage all that. I'm still trying to reel in the fact that um I'm a parts manager at BMW. You know what I mean? It's just I think the what I struggle with the most is the old manager works for me, and he's
What was
like
he good? Was he a good guy?
he's I mean he's a good guy, but like he was getting tired at the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like they needed to bring in somebody
of course.
fresher.
That's
But
good.
he's literally like double my age. He's 65 years old.
Oh,
So
dude, I
yeah,
see.
and
Yeah,
my other employee is 32 years old. I'm not like I
you're a
every
baby
time
in the role still.
I am, and
Yeah,
every time I get introduced to a new parts manager at the dealership, they're like, "Whoa, like you're a little young," and I'm like, because I mean they're all like in their 50s. Some of them are in their 60s. You know what I mean? It's like, damn,
you gotta let
dude.
the
So
hair
like,
grow out a little bit, bro.
yeah, yeah. Then I'll
You're
look
like, oh, there's
45 real
like
quick.
there's Unk. He's here.
Yo, I got a story about that. I got called Unk at my mom's at my old neighborhood, um, like like 2 years ago, or I was like, no, it was last year.
I
I
was
went
gonna
to
say,
go.
dude, it's not even this week, dude. That's
I
fucked
went,
up.
I
These kids
know,
are these kids are ruthless.
ruthless. So I was at my parents' house and I was sitting outside. I don't know what I was. I was smoking a joint or something. And these kids, it was really nice to see. These kids were playing manhunt, and I was like, damn, they're playing manhunt. They're outside. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like a group of them. It was probably, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them. You know what I mean? And they're all just running around. So one of these kids comes around the corner and said, and I quote, "Hey, yo, Unc, did you see where all them other kids went?" I was like, me? He's like, yeah, he said, yeah, where do them kids go? And I was like, what? Like,
You're like,
wait a
fuck, I was
minute.
about to ask to hopping around, dog. What do you
I'm
mean,
like,
Unk?
yo, I was getting ready to, you know what I mean, the Velcro straps on the shoes, man, on the Air Forces. I was ready to strap them up.
Show these kids what about to ask means.
Yo, I was gonna secure my ankles, you know what I mean? So I don't break nothing. But he called me Unk, and I was like,
Uh,
oh my God. I mean, the kid couldn't have been more than like 8, 9.
God, dude.
He said, "Hey yo, Unk."
You know what though? Shit like that makes me like we're gonna be okay. Like
Yeah.
the generation later on is gonna be fine. Some of
He
these
said it.
kids, man, they say the funniest shit.
Yo, they do. Hey,
And
dude, I would have
and
sent him in the wrong direction. I literally couldn't even answer the question, bro. I was like I was dumbfounded by the fact that this kid called me Unc. You know what I mean? Do I look that old? I guess I do. I mean,
Nah, fuck them kids, dude.
oh, it was crazy. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, so sidetracked again. Back to the whole work thing. Yeah, it's tough because my employees are my age and double my age. So like there's a lot of condescension that goes on
Mm-hmm.
towards me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um so like it's been a tough to battle to navigate that. Like I've got issues with, a couple of, well, one person there, but like I just get looked down on a lot because I'm young, and the service manager does too because she's young. You know what I mean? I think she's only, a handful of years older than I am. Um, and we're significantly younger than the rest of the people in our positions. You know what I mean? And it's a wild concept. It's a wild thing. I'm like,
I think what
this is good.
I sorry, I think what it is too is that like if like this is like the third time I've referenced this. I feel like this week, or in the last week, like remembering like Saved by the Bell and how
Yeah.
those adults, those 30-year-old fucking people were supposed to play high schoolers. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like the generation before us looks old as shit, like worn leather bags. You know what I mean? And then there's us. We kind of look a little bit younger, but we have
Yeah.
experience, brother. Like just because we don't look as weathered and shit doesn't mean like we don't
Not
have
weathered.
experience. You know what I mean, though,
No,
right?
I do. I do. I do.
Like
I do.
because
I
how long have you been working with cars? Like you know what I mean? Like realistically, how much experience do you have? Probably more longer than you know me.
No,
Like
actually, I would say actually less time than I've known you. I think I started really actively working on cars when I was like, it's, I mean, I was working with my uncle on them at like 11, 12, 13 years old, but I started actively working on them when I was like 17, 18, 19. You know what I mean? That's when I really jumped into it. And then it took off from there.
over
Um,
a decade of experience though. So
yeah,
like think about that. Like and then the looking at problems with fresh eyes that someone
yeah,
older than us can't look at. It's going to be
right,
the same way like in 5 years when a kid fresh out of college is going to have great ideas because he's looking at the problem with a fresh set of eyes that we're not, you know what I mean? Like we're looking at it from an old point of view and something
right,
that is going to get dated. Realistically, everything is going to get dated eventually.
right. It's just our ability to keep up with it.
Exactly.
And sometimes, I mean, sometimes the just the exhaustion mentally that comes from that is like, dog, I just want to go home and go to bed because like this shit is crazy. But I mean, it's been working out really well in my favor. So I have zero complaints, there. And I think it's gonna be really beneficial to me in the long run, just in terms of stability. So it's nice. I'm happy there. The family's good. Kids are good. The kids are getting
Mm-hmm.
big. They're little tyrants now.
You have a
My
starting five now, right? Something like that.
Yeah, right. No,
Heard
I've
you got
got
more kids than Mrs. Wayne's, dude.
oh, that's crazy.
Oh man, I'm fucking with you. You know that.
Yo, I
You're
got
it's fucking awesome, man. Fucking seeing you.
when I worked at Mercedes, my coworker called me. He bounced back and forth between the white Nick Cannon and the white Tyreek Hill. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
You're like,
They
I'm
have
not
like
even white. No, that's what you get mad about. Like, I'm not even white. What the fuck?
Yo, it's crazy, but like yeah, like I got four girls, it's a 10, 10, 5, and 2. And the 2-year-old, man, that little one be testing my patience.
Dude, it's the youngest ones always, right? Like they know they're the cutest and shit
Oh my
out of
god,
all the
dude.
kids, so they're like, I'm gonna get away with stuff.
Dude, she's
Fuck
like
it.
so adorable, and then she just hits me with this like smile, like this I'm like
Mm.
dude, it's
I forgot
brutal.
why I was mad.
and they're all girls. I don't have a
I know.
single boy. The only boy I have is my dog and my bearded dragon.
And you know what I mean? Like you guys, you got to be really good to them because it's
Yeah.
all you got.
Yo,
You're like
facts,
y'all
dude.
the only ones on my side here. Like I gotta be
Yeah.
real nice to you. Here's a steak.
Yo, it's crazy.
Oh
Being a
man.
dad is wild. I never like it's one of those things that you can't prepare yourself for until you're like in it. And then it's like full of like just the wildest shit you have ever seen a human do in your life. Like, what do you mean you're about to double backflip off the fucking couch? What do you mean you're about to RKO somebody off of the counter? No,
Oh my god, dude.
dude, absolutely not. You
And what
got to
about
be
that
kidding.
bullshit lie that everyone feeds you? Like, oh, it gets easier. No, it doesn't.
It does not get
No, it
easier.
doesn't. I get more experience with dealing with bullshit. That's all that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
all that happens.
like
This shit's
now,
still
now I
hard.
can, now I can just see this shit coming a mile away.
I know exactly, dude. Now he's just like he's a predictable asshole.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
dude, it's crazy. Like my 2 year old, literally, like she stands. I I have an island in my well, sort of an island. It's just an extension of my counter, and my couch is butted up to the back of it, and the arm that's on the corner next to the window, Tatum just gets up there and literally just like free falls backwards and just like right onto the couch. And one time, one dude, she like bounced off the side of it and like like
And I bet she held eye contact the entire time, like watch this, daddy.
the, the
Like,
entire
god
time.
damn.
And it's like I knew she was fine, but seeing her little 2 year old body just like flail off the fucking side of the couch was probably one of the top five funniest things I've ever seen in my life. She was mad, but like it was hilarious.
It's like
But she's
don't do funny shit if you don't want me to laugh, kid. Like,
dude,
come on.
the kid's an absolute savage. She doesn't give a fuck about anything. She loves cars. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. She's gonna be my little gearhead.
Dude, that's gonna be sick. Just you wait.
Yeah,
Just you wait.
yeah. Until she brings home a clapped out fucking BMW rear wheel drive that she wants to make into a fucking drift car. I'm not
You're,
projecting or anything.
you're like, honey, we have that project you want. And she goes, what?
Yeah, she stands back up, says I'm okay, and then keeps on believing she can fly.
Or
Oh,
when
the
kids are
Yetta.
just like, oh shit, dude.
Yo, you remember that car?
The Yetta, bro.
Dude,
Oh my god.
that thing was fucking clapped out. When you hit your 40s, you feel a new type of full of wisdom, and I love it. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that like it increases, as the years go on. Um, I don't want to experience it, but it'd be nice to, deal with when I get there.
It's
Just
inevitable.
remember that you are a conscious being. What wisdom holds no age. That's I mean, I can't speaking of Tatum, her juice is gone.
Better go find it, dude.
Dude, right? I'm telling you, she's a wild child. Kid's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, it really just depends, and it comes down to like one, your like intellectual ability to have to look at things from different perceptions. And two, the experience and the traumas that you go through and everything that you go through that leads you up to where you are in this exact second is how you I mean, it's to me, in my opinion, it's how you gain real life experience. You know what I mean? Is going through the trials and the tribulations and like getting through all the shit that
Mm-hmm.
has you at rock bottom and bouncing back from it, and not only bouncing back but learning how to thrive in those conditions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be you can't be afraid of like being brand new with something. You gotta
No.
be okay with going through that learning phase again. And I think that's where a lot of us get caught up, is that we want to start something and be great at it right away, or reap some sort of benefit from it right away.
Yeah.
And realistically, everything good takes time. And I think there's a lot of people that are trying to take shortcuts.
Yep.
Um, and I feel like in the long run, that's when you get or not. I mean, I feel like that's when you actually get burnout, is when you're
Yeah.
trying to do all these shortcuts at once
Yep.
instead of consistently doing one workflow and figuring it out. Like something that actually works to your benefit and that can build something organically, not just get rich quick scheme kind of plan. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Absolutely. So
Got to fuck up.
yeah, before we like get ready to head out, because we got a few minutes here, what would be one piece of advice that you would give to somebody that might have a hard time reaching out to another person for help, or that might be struggling with something that they might not know where to turn, or how to move from there? Like, what kind of advice can you give based on like what you've been through and your experiences?
I think the first step is admitting that you need help. That's going to be first and foremost for whatever kind of
Yeah.
plan of action you want to take, is admitting that, like, okay, I'm in a really fucking rough spot. I don't know how to get out of this, and I need to find someone to actually like lean on and get some help from. And
Yeah.
that's where coming or having a good circle of people around you comes into play, like real ones, like, you know what I mean, like
Right.
as
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
say, having a real one, that
Yeah.
person where you can actually call. um I don't fucking pick up the phone for anyone, but there's certain few people who know that if they call me, I'm picking up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like that. It's like that. It's you have those kind of people around you, and uh you find I don't know how to word this without like sounding dumb. But it's like you just gotta find someone that you can word vomit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone who's willing to listen,
Yeah.
and someone who's willing to not judge is the big thing. And
Yeah.
that's going to take trust, like trust building over time. I know it's easier said than done, but these are all like little steps that you can take now to eventually get to that spot. First is
Right.
like, hey, I need help. I need to figure this out. And journal. Dude, journaling is fucking huge. I would write in my notes app on my phone, like, okay, today I felt really fucking upset. What made me upset? All right, today I felt really angry. What pissed me off? Well,
Right.
I was overly happy today. Why was that? What did I get? Full 8 hours of sleep? Like all these little things like we think that don't matter, they all add up into our days.
Yeah.
Like the whole hangry thing is a fucking real thing. Like you
Oh
know what I
boy,
mean?
is it?
Like dude, like I mean, especially working with kids now,
Yeah.
I feel like I divert a majority of fucking tantrums with a snack. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, do you want to just go get some fucking apples or something for the calf? Let's go. And
Yeah.
it's that
Yeah.
simple. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it can be that simple. It's just finding what works for you, and like I said, admitting you need some help and leaning on your support beams for that, and trusting them. You got to trust them. Like if
Yeah.
they're giving
That's
you advice, like you
big,
have to
big.
fucking trust that advice, because they're looking at it. Chances are they're looking at it from a non-biased outside perspective that you're not going to see,
Right.
and your inner monologue is more than likely going to fucking argue with.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that was what I dealt with in the beginning, was a lot of self-combative talk that stopped me from making the moves that I knew I needed to make. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I knew what I had to do. It was just like, oh, no, you don't. You're not ready. You can't do that. This, you know what I mean? The self-doubt,
Yeah.
all that bullshit. It's You got to trust the people around you. You put them there for a reason. They're in your life for a reason, and you got to rely on them. And if you don't fucking have that person, my DMs are open.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Absolutely.
I don't want
Absolutely.
anyone to ever feel like I felt, man, because it was I pulled myself out of a fucking like the darkest depths of hell that I could have found myself in, and it
It's
wasn't fucking easy.
debilitating.
You know, it's not easy, man. It's not easy, and
No.
it doesn't have to be hard for everyone. Like it really doesn't.
Yeah, no. If you're struggling, like reach out. If you need avenues, you need help, like you reach out, you know what I mean? And if to nobody else than to either one of us up here, you know what I mean? I would much rather listen to your story than like, read an obituary of yours somewhere
Hmm.
down the road. You know what I mean? I'm not I mean, I don't care if we never talk again. You just need to vent. Like either one of us, hit us up, man. We're always here and we're always willing to listen and respond, and whether you just to dump it, fucking have at it, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, yeah, like we're sitting in front of a camera talking. You know what I mean? We obviously like to fucking talk, so it's
Yeah,
like why not fucking? You know what I mean? Like why not get something out of it instead of just like yapping over nothing? I mean, we
right.
do that. We do that anyways.
Yeah,
It can have a meaning to it, and I feel like people are just afraid to take that first step, and that's kind of where I was. Uh, but I got pushed in the deep end. You know what I mean? And I had to figure out how to swim. I
yeah,
did, but now it's like, why am I gonna let someone drown next to me? You know what I mean? I
right.
can help. I can help pull you up out of the water. I'm gonna.
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I'm again. I'm right there with you. Um, I don't ever want anybody to feel anywhere that I've felt. So like, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm super excited for what's to come. I'm super excited for the future. Oh, why is that? There we go. Got the outro music playing loud way too early. Um, but dude, listen, we're gonna have to have a part two of this. But part two is gonna be is gonna have you live and in person. You know what I
Right
mean?
there.
Right here, right, meow, or like right there, right on the end of the screen, right there. Yep.
That's gonna be a sick edit later.
It is. It is. The AI will generate some pretty fucking wild clip, or I'll clip it on fucking Premiere or some shit. Brother, it's been a pleasure, man. I can't thank you enough for making time and taking time out of your busy schedule, to be here and come chop it up with us. I'm very glad you're still here. I'm proud of you. You're out here killing it, and keep it up. And we're gonna see you here, very very soon.
Likewise, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Take it easy.
Later. All right, you guys. Well, that's about it for me. What's been said is what needed to be said. So, if you're struggling, reach out. If you just need to talk to somebody, reach out. Whether it be either one of us or a friend, a family member, somebody that you trust, confide in other people, and don't be afraid to take that leap. Um, because you're only preventing yourself from living a better life and having a happier future, and enjoying to the fullest the relationships around you. So what again, yeah. Well, it is time for me to sign off. It's your boy Troy, the Mental Health Podcast. Catch me next week again, with Zip here, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.